Hi, my name is David and I am a junior IT marketing specialist at DataPal. In this video, we want to talk about core certification and more importantly, the way in which you can pass it in 14 days. This is the path that I personally took, so it worked really good for me. And just to give you a bit of context, before starting out in DataPal, I had a slight idea of what Alteryx is. I used Excel and tools like Tableau, and I had some experience with programming. But because I wanted to learn Alteryx, I decided to try passing certifications. And here in this video, I would like to show you my kind of approach to learning for certifications. And I know that 14 days might seem like a really short period of time to learn all of the basic stuff, but bear with me, there is a method to this. So, start of your journey with Alteryx should be focused probably on getting started to learning path. It's a resource provided by Alteryx community and it has all of the most important informations in there. But I would also like to send you over to a post that we did some time ago about passing an Alteryx micro certification. And it has exactly those informations on how to start off, but I also encourage you to try passing micro certification. If you go by the plan that we made in this post, you basically should be prepared real well for this cert and pass it easily. But I think that getting this first taste of how certification exam looks like can be a very valuable information for you. Getting into core level is basically about consolidating your knowledge and being comfortable with tools. And this thing can be done with help of few resources. And I think interactive lessons are really good to get some information on some aspects in Alteryx that are just harder for you. And good thing about interactive lessons is that you don't only have some text to read, but also some actual examples where you have to move things around and resolve some quizzes. And that helped me a lot to get some concepts around joining data. And I think you also will get a lot from it. But it's not only about interactive lessons. You can also use Video Index that has many videos on different topics. So if you want to learn more about some specific topic, you can search it through Index, linked in the description, and get some more information. As I said, being more comfortable with tools is a huge part of core. Remember that during the certification, you will also have a few practical questions to answer. And they are basically looking if you can operate fast and extract the information that they want you to extract with the tools that are right for the job. And this skill can be developed only by working in Alteryx constantly. With time, you will learn where everything is situated and which tools are right for the various stuff. But it's kind of hard to exercise when you don't have anything particular in mind. And this can be resolved with weekly challenges. And they are basically little challenges that provide you with some context and input data and a task that they want you to produce inside Alteryx. So to give you just a brief look at how weekly challenges look like, here's our index page and we look for this cheesy challenge. Its number is 339. And here it is. And as we open this, we get those elements that I talked about. We have a little context, some task and files. So let's open the start one first. As we import this workflow to Alteryx, we can see various elements that I talked about. So we get this huge repetition of the information from post, and also some input and output. So we can see here how input looks like. But we also have an example output, so we can see how data should look like at the end. But apart from that, we also have a solution file in the forum post. So if you're stuck at some point, you can open it and just help yourself and learn how problems can be resolved. But also, as you can see, people are posting their own solutions, so you can check out how others get to the solution. And maybe there's a more efficient and faster way to do this thing. One big thing with self-learning Alteryx is to trust your judgment. I've shown you a lot of very good resources that you probably should use while preparing, but ultimately it's your decision to use them. So if you think that one tool comes to you easier, or you have one thing that it's harder for you to understand, you should definitely spend more time getting those ideas. So it's crucial to just get which things are harder for you and put a bigger emphasis on them. And if you look at those 14 days as a timeline, I propose that first half should be focused on the most important things. So like things that are just the core, the essential tools, and getting started learning path, and everything that is connected to microcert. And the next 7 days should be more or less focused on things that are still strange to you, by using interactive lessons and videos, and just getting more fluent in Alteryx by solving some actual problems with weekly challenges. And this should be enough for a pretty good first run at Alteryx Core exam. When it comes to an actual exam, there is also a method to that. So first of all, you should know that you have a lot of time on every question. And doing some math, you can see that you can spend around 90 seconds for every question. And that's a lot of time, and it's still a very rough estimation because some questions will be a matter of 10 seconds, but also practical questions will take you a bit more time, counting even in a few minutes. So try not to spend huge amounts of time checking stuff on very low point questions, but rather focus on those that are highly pointed. So just look for balance. And the other thing is that you can have your resources open and use Google during the exam. And this is a big deal because obviously this will help you massively. And also a good tip is to open all of those websites ahead of time, and also open a Alteryx instance and have it in the background. And this is not only because you have practical questions to answer, but also because sometimes questions will ask for something that might be hard to find in the internet, but they will be easy to replicate inside the workflow. So that might be a way to answering those questions. At the end, I would like to tell you not to worry about the result, because obviously you can take this exam after a week again. And also, even if you fail, it's a great way to learn more. After the exam, you get this email with your results split into thematical parts, just like you see here. And you will easily identify where you are very good and where you still have some work to do. So as you can see that I scored low on joins and unions, and based on the knowledge, I can look for weekly challenges that are just about that and practice more. And I promise you, with that knowledge, next week you will pick up your Alteryx Core easily. So this is all that you should know. I wish you luck if you plan to get certified, and let us know if you manage to pass your core certification. Also, don't forget to share your success on the social media after you get through the exam. And if you have more information that could help others with their certs, feel free to share it with us. And obviously, we have our fingers crossed for you. Be well and see you in the future.